Okay, Mobility Wednesday. We're going to really focus on balance today. So anytime you're going to focus on balance, you got to know that I'm going to be using that little pad, right? The little disc. So I'm pretty sure everybody can see me okay. Yeah? Okay, and hear me? Okay, looky here, I'm barefooted. Yeah? And I'm standing on a smushy disc. Okay? So I just stand up, I just put my foot on here, and when I go like this, I'm not kicking, I'm merely bringing my knee up so that I can hinge my knee at the hip, at my knee at the knee, my leg at the knee. See? So why is this important? Well, when you're on a disc like this and you just go to kick, it's going to get you off. I'm telling you, you will be on the floor. So when we work on balance, specific balance moves, you have to have either a chair or a bar or a wall that you can slip your hand onto, okay? And maybe both. So here's my chair. I'm going to use it in many ways today. I have my little bar. And then when I need something like that, it's right at hand, okay? So I'm going to step off the pillow now. And there's lots of people coming on. Hi, everybody. Chrissy was out pulling weeds this morning, so she didn't hear the intro. So we're going to be working balance today. And we've got our pad on the floor or pillow. So now I'm going to start, and this is how I started. See how I'm walking? Believe it or not, just doing this is a really good key up, not only for warming up, but for balance. So a lot of people think, oh, okay, you know, just step on the pillow and then step off, which we do a lot. However, if you're barefooted and you're working your hip and your knee, as I am right now, I'm pulling my knee up, okay? And many of us who have joint issues, we will do a thing that I've always shown you or talked about, because I have the problem. When you're doing this kind of a little pumping action or knee lifting, I'll say that, knee lifting, and you're doing it repeatedly, you start to overlean to avoid the weak or the painful side that everybody has, okay? If you have joint issues, if you have, you know, had surgeries, whatever. So there's two things that we'll do. We'll start drifting on the pillow. What do I mean by that? If you're not looking, which I don't want you to look, you're going to feel the edge of the pillow at some point, or the disc. Then you'd have to move yourself back to the middle. Maybe you'll feel yourself moving to the side too much. And if you go over here to the side and you get off the edge of the side too much, you know, it could cause you to lose your balance as well. So what we're doing today is we're going to do a lot of moves, but it's going to be centered around helping you have better balance, okay? So what am I doing right now? I started off on the pillow. I encouraged you to have a chair or a bar, or you're doing this next to a wall, a counter, a bed, something that you can hang on to if you need to. If you don't need to, of course, you're going to start using your hands. So I'm going to start just swinging my hands like this. And here comes the other issue with walking repeatedly on a small area. You start to lean too much. You start to do wobbling. So you don't want to wobble. You want to really calm down the moving in your upper body, okay? So this is kind of a discipline that many dancers, and I have some dancers on with in our class today. Julia, I don't think Judy's on today, but you have to calm the upper body, okay? Your feet will be moving all over the place, but if you carry, meaning bring your rib cage up, drop your shoulders, and you carry yourself so that you can move your hands. See how I'm moving them? I'm moving my feet in a pumping action. All I'm doing is bringing my knee up, not very far, just a little, but I'm doing this repeatedly, okay? And as I move my hands forward and back, I'm gonna start changing direction with my hands, but this kind of movement through your hands and through your feet, through your hip, through your knee, through your shoulders, all impact the direction that you're going. And so you have to really concentrate to not do this, and you get all off balance. So I want you to just really concentrate on latching down your core. How do you do that? Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Calm yourself all through your core so that you're moving your legs and you're moving your arms, but you're not wobbling all over, okay? So you're pretty steady in your core. You have a really good extended back, okay? So you see what I've done? I'm continuing my little pumping action, and I'm just bringing my hands to the side. I'm tapping my shoulders. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. You should be noticing by now that you're breathing deeper, okay? That you're breathing more, you know, it's forcing you to breathe more, okay? Which is what I want. But you notice I'm not doing like a hard pump or anything like that. I'm doing it continually. And I've got this pad under my feet, and I'm trying to maintain a good, strong, upright core, okay? Meaning you have to stay rib cage up, shoulders down. You have to feel where your feet are taking you. Also, this is a great time to really notice how your feet are addressing this little disc. You got to really notice if you're pushing too much on your heels. Are you pushing too much on the balls of your feet? See, you want to almost be like on all four corners. Let's slow down. See, as I lift my knee and I lift my whole foot. See, I'm not just lifting from the toe with the heel up. I'm bringing the toes up with this action. Okay, now drop your shoulders again. Say rib cage up again. Tap, tap, tap. As you're slowing down your leg action, and you're really trying to not wobble on the disc. Calm your whole core down as you're tapping across midline and as you're bringing that knee up. Okie dokie. Okay, take a big deep breath. So my little disc kind of moved around on me. So I'm going to step forward. See that? My foot in the back is straight. It's pretty straight. You know, if you have a tiny bend out, that's fine, but you want to pretty much be straight as you're stepping down. So as I come into this kind of a move, I'm gonna drop again, get my stance, in through the nose, out through the nose, bend the knees, Bring your heel down first, okay? Once the heel comes down, your foot in the back, the ankle should be really flexing, okay? Don't bring your heel up and back. Now I want you to bring the knee down and back as you say rib cage up. So see, as my chin is tucked, I'm saying rib cage up. I'm dropping the back knee, okay? And so even though I'm dropping the back knee, if I were with you right now, I would be standing either in front or in back of you, and I would be watching your shoulders and watching right here at your hip bones, this little crest. It's called the iliac crest right here, okay? Keep my chin tucked, drop that knee, but don't drop one side versus the other side is my point. Keep your shoulders down, drop that knee. Now come back onto the disc, okay? So that should have really flexed your ankle. This is one of the best ways to do that kind of ankle flexion, heel cord stretch, okay? Ankles, you guys, are everything with balance. Well, maybe that's an overstatement. They are one huge thing in balance, okay? Again, if you step forward now with that other leg and you're feeling a little shaky on your balance, you got your chair here or your rod, okay? So what do? In through the nose, out through the nose, yes. I'm gonna bend my hip hinge, drop my chin. I'm gonna step with my heel first. The back leg is, the toes are pretty straight, okay? Then I'm gonna bend, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. Now this side is much more challenging for me because this is my knee replace side, okay? So as I push my knee down here, I feel my heel wanting to come up. So I'm really concentrating on keeping that heel down. Okie dokie. In through the nose, out through the nose. Okay? So you're just hanging out down here and you're continually trying to see what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to press my knee down while keeping the hips straight across, the shoulders straight across. In other words, I'm not dropping one side of my body, okay? Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. And you're gonna be wobbling all over the place, so have your chair, okay? You are in a split stance. Many of you are barefooted, okay? We're working on a non-compliant surface, okay, with the foot in the back. See, I'm continually pushing my knee down, but I gotta keep my heel down. So don't push the knee down if the heel's coming up and back, okay? In through the nose, out through the nose. Yes. Tight tummy, always. Rib cage up, yes. Push that knee down just a little bit. We're about down to the last 5 seconds. Keep that knee pushing down. Don't let your heel come up. Do not. 3, 2, 1. And step back onto the pad. Yes. All right. Now just point your toe down. Tap, tap, tap. Point your toe down. Tap, tap, tap. Little recovery here. In through the nose, out through the nose. So when I'm doing this tapping, see, I have my hand here because I'm trying to give you a recovery. So you don't want to have to just rely on just your own balance. Now you can, if you're good to go and you're wanting to make this a harder class, sure, put that toe down there and tap and do it without holding on. However, it's a little recovery for that big stretch that we just did through the ankle, which involves your whole lower leg, okay? It involves a lot more than that, but for sure your whole lower leg. Okay, see I'm tapping and then I come back. Okay, so here we go. We've really warmed up. We've already started pushing our balance systems, which you can't talk about balance until you talk about proprioception. So we're really helping you to figure out where you are proprioceptive, all the readouts in space as you do these moves. So what's the first move? It's going to be a simple fold. See what I'm doing? Put my palms up. I'm going to put my hands right here. I'm going to drop my chin. I'm going to push my butt back. I'll turn to the side so you see what I'm doing. Push that butt back and start to drop your butt and then come up and come up. So here's where I really want you to fine tune this whole thing. I call this the fold. Some people call it a narrow stance squat. Okay. You want to bring your feet on the inside of your column. See that? So my feet are not wider than my shoulders, in other words. Okay. Then I push my butt back. As I slide down, right here is where a lot of people start to mess up. You know what we do? We think we're good to go here. And then what we do is, instead of doing a deeper fold or a deeper squat, we drop our head and we think we're going way down, but we're not. And you're not even actually engaging all the muscles that I'm desperately trying to help you engage. So here we go. You're doing a narrow stance squat or a fold. So as I come here and I'm got my hands right here on my thigh, as I come down, I keep my chin tucked. I want to now not bring my head down. I want to bring my butt down as far as I feel I can. I want my butt going down. Yes, yes, yes. Take a breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. And you're pushing into the heels. You're going down as far as you can with your butt. Hang out and then push through the heels. Come up, come up, come up, come up. Hands go out, shoulders go down. Yay. Okay. Take a big breath. Nose, out through the nose. Okay, I'm doing it sideways so you see. We're going to do that one more time. Okay. So here we go. So whichever word works for you. A narrow stance squat is what we're doing. However, when you do this, you can, the cheat that you cannot do. So if I were with you right now and we were going to do this and you're doing good, you're going down, all that. Number one, if your head starts going below your butt, and if I see you doing something right through your thighs and your knees, if I see you start doing this, then we stop. We realign. You don't have to have your feet like totally smashed up together, but you need to be in a narrow stance, okay? We're not gonna do a full out squat, but we're gonna get as low as we can with our butt. So watch your knees. Pretend I'm right there, you know, ragging on you to not do anything with your knees. Some people come in, some people go out. You don't want to do neither right now, okay? Swing the butt back, come down, come down, come down. You're on all four corners of the foot, a little more into the heel. Now drop your hips, drop your butt, drop your butt. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Find your balance. Drop your butt. Keep those knees right in line with the feet. In through the nose, out through the nose. Hang on, hang out. Breath. Hold it. Drop your butt. Drop your butt. Drop your butt. Keep your chin tucked. Breathe in. Breathe out through the nose. Now push through the feet and come up. You loved it. I know you loved it. Okay. That was one squat. Now I'm going to take my feet because I want to still use my squishy pad. Okay, we'll call it a squishy pad. I want to take my feet so they're at least shoulder width, depending on how big your pad is. I still want you on the pad, but your feet are not narrow. Got it? Okay, so before we do this one, take a breath. Bring your shoulders to your ears. Drop your shoulders. Turn your thumbs back. Elbows are bent. And then try to act like you're going to touch the wall with your thumb behind you. Drop those shoulders, soften the knees. You're in a wide stance now. You're on the very edges of your pillow or disc. Your shoulders are down, your rib cage is up, and you're pointing back with your thumbs. Yes, and you're going to hang out here for a bit. In through the nose, out through the nose. Push, push, push it, push it, push it, push it, and drop down, and drop down. Now the hands come to the thigh again. You can make a V with your thumb and index finger and slide right down towards your knees. You're going to push your butt back. I'm going to turn so you see what I'm doing. I'm wider. Now I'm going down, 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 and keep my knees in line with my ankles. Take a big deep breath. Bring the butt down just a little more. Keep your chin tucked. Hang out down here for just a second. And then you're going to do just a little bit of a soldier arm. See how I'm just moving my hands slowly. Stay into the heels. Stay into the heels. You're right down here. Take a breath. And push and come back up. Yay. I know you loved it. You should have felt burning right here. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, step off your disc. We're going to get back on it. We're going to take a little break. So here's my deal. Here's my homework for you. If you're drinking a lot of water, you have many opportunities through the day to do exactly what we're doing right now. Yes, you guessed it. Go to the John. But what do? We grab things, we hang on things, we do weird moves to get us down and up so that we can avoid using our quads. Don't avoid it. Use it as an opportunity to, in fact, get stronger. And at first, yeah, you might have to hang on to something to get yourself in position, you know, because you don't want to make a mess, right? I'm being real here, y'all. I am not kidding you. You don't have to add one thing except a few more seconds and awareness of what you're doing. Okay, you ready? So now I'm going to do this one more time. I'm in my wide stance. So what does that mean? I mean my feet are on the edges of the pillow or the disc. Okie dokie. Swing the butt back. Your rib cage is up. Your chin is tucked. You're going to put your hands in a V, slide down the thigh, okay? Drop your butt over the cliff, so to speak. Go right on down with your butt now. Go right on down with your butt. Don't take your head and shoulders down. Your butt goes down. Push into the heels. Then slowly do a little soldier arm. Push, stay into the heels. Push into the heels. Make sure your knees are in line with your feet. I mean your ankles, that's what I'm saying. Don't go in or out of the column with your knees. Breath, keep your chin tucked. Drop your butt, drop your butt, drop your butt. Drop it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You! This is where you should have felt that. You shouldn't have felt it in your knees, right here. Because if you followed my prompt and how to do this and execute this properly, that's where you're going to be feeling it. Okay, so we're going to step off the pillow for just a second or two. We'll be right back into it. So I'm going to take my little tea towel, which I always have in my little area, right? And I'm going to do a figure 8 as I do a little slow maneuver toward the front of my room. Then I'm not going to turn, I'm going to walk back. So why is this so important? Because when we're walking back, we're centered, our ears over our shoulders over our hips, front and back, front and back. You realign and you slow down and you do a figure 8 that is crossing the midline, and you're doing backward walking, which helps to recover that ankle, foot, and leg, okay? And as you're crossing that midline with your figure 8 moves, you're helping to get your brain making connections that don't make connections in any other way except through this types of movement. Yeah, lots of sports moves are this. Conductors leading music, they've done whole studies on the cardiovascular effects of conductors. Unreal. And they are so much better than just general population. Okay, so out and in, I'm still moving back. I'm moving back, keeping my elbows tucked, bringing it forward and back, giving recovery to my foot. But most important, see, I'm doing a toe heel plant to get myself moving back. That's a very important thing. Okay, so now we're going to go very wide in our stance, and we're actually going to go ahead and sit in our chair. Okie dokie. So here's my chair, and I'm letting you do a I don't want to call it a cheater move. It's an accepted modification. How do you like that? It's an accepted compromise. What is it? I put my little pillow, my disc, in the seat of my chair. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to step very wide. Very wide. So I told you at the get-go that I was going to really work on your balance. And you're saying to yourself, well, you know, she's doing squats and everything. Yes. If I could wave a magic wand and have you do, there's a couple, but one central move that's done well to help your balance, it would be what we're doing, squatting, okay? So what did we do? Let me review. We stepped narrow. We were very narrow. And we just did a fold, right? We didn't worry about how far we went down, except we wanted our butt to drop before our head. Then we went to wider, and we were on an unstable surface. Now we're in front of the chair, and we're very wide, outside of the chair legs, right? So your pad is in the chair. You got 2 inches approximately. And we're going to go down. I got my little tea towel. I'm going to come right down here. I'm going to just tap the backs of my legs on the pillow. And then I'm going to come right back. See that? Now, when you're up here right now, right this minute, did you squeeze your butt? Who did I catch? Let's do it again. Are you ready? Here's a tea towel. See, just holding this tea towel puts a focus where you might have forgotten some of these things. So I'm going to go push into the heels. I'm going to go tap the back of the legs onto that chair. I'm going to come back up and I'm going to squeeze my butt really hard. Squeeze. Okay. Tight tummy. Drop your shoulders. Push back. Keep your chin tucked. Touch the back part of the legs, then come right back, okay? Notice what your feet are doing. Some of you have real feet considerations. And a lot of times, you're going to find out that you either over or under pronate. You push more to the outside of the foot or to the inside of the foot in a simple squat, because you tend to, you just use your ankles when you're putting pressure to stand up. What we want to do is put pressure through the heels just a little bit, and then come and come up. So I let you sit all the way down, and now we're going to kind of move it on. Okay, you ready? So I have wide stance, drop your shoulders, push my butt back, tap, push into the heels, come back up and come back up. Then I'm going to come down and down. I'm going to push into the heels and come back up. Notice where your little sticking points are. What are sticking points? Number one, you'll feel pain. Generally, you'll only be on one side or the other side, okay? So push the heels back, come back up. See, I don't fully go down. Every time I come up, I want to squeeze my butt. So here I go. I'm going to go back down into the heels. Notice how my feet's working. Keep my shoulders down, my elbows soft. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Don't roll your feet. You're wanting to press into the heels mostly. Keep your chin tucked. Squeeze the butt. So I'm doing this just repeatedly. Squeeze the butt. Breath. Okay, we're down to the last 3 or 4. Okay, stay with me, stay with me. I'm doing all of these with you. In through the nose, out through the nose. Yes, stay into the heels, push, rotate, squeeze. Every time you come up, squeeze your butt. Come back down and squeeze your butt. Last one, last one, last one. Here we go. And come back up. Woo! And come back down. Good, 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 good. Okay. So now we're going to use our chair. Okie dokie. We're going to turn the chair. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to step forward on the side of the chair, forward on the side of the chair. Okay. So these kinds of ranges of motion, very important. I'm letting you put your hands on the chair back if you want. However, if you put your hands here to the middle and you just step to the side, bend your knee, then come back, that's a good move. So here I am standing right here. Tighten, drop your shoulders. I'm not going to use my hands. You can either put them like this or this, I don't care. You can put them on your chair if you need the help. However, you don't want to overdo it. You're just changing directions, see? And you're avoiding an obstacle. See that? So put your hands out here, come back. I keep my back knee bent, constantly bent. Take a breath. Stepping forward and back. I make sure that my feet stay pretty straight. Okay? Big breath. Come back. And big breath. Put your hands right here. Yes. Then we're going to take one foot and we're going to put it back behind us. But here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. You don't have to do it. I'm going to encourage you to stand on the spongy surface. Put your hands on the chair back. You're going to tap your toe right there. And then you're going to lift your whole leg. And you're going to come back and tap your toe. See that? Okay. So if you go from your squats that we just did, we did 3 big main positions: narrow, about shoulder width, and then outside of shoulder width. Now we're focused on the antagonistic muscles to that squat, the opposing muscles. Okay, so here I am on my little disc. I'm gonna step back. I lower my center of gravity. How? By bending my knee and pushing my butt back. If you just bend your knee and you don't push your butt back in a hip hinge, you will strain the front of your knee. So in order to not do that and to do a quality move, you got to, number one, push the butt back, then bend the knee. Then you step down. Now you're ready to go. Shoulders are down now. Straight leg. Squeeze your butt. Here we go. Boom. Right there. And it goes out, in, drop. Bring it up. Go out, in, drop. Keep your knee that is supporting you soft. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Right down there. Here we go. Woo! Breath. How about two more? How about two more? Keep your knee soft, toe down. You're just opening, you're lifting from the heel, straight leg down, and change feet. Okay? Big breath. Yeah. Woo. Okay, I'm on my little spongy pad. Drop your shoulders. Bend the knee by pushing your hip back. Now, switch into that supported leg. Step off the pad with the other foot. See, I'm toe tapping. Then I straighten my leg. Now, here's where it's important. My leg is straightened, but I'm not just going to throw that up by using all my other muscles. I want to use the gluteal muscle, the hamstring. Okay, so keep the knee soft, drop your shoulders, in through the nose, lift, straight lift, try not to overlean, squeeze the cheek right there. In through the nose, out through the nose, squeeze, breath, lift, keep that knee soft, lift. Knee soft, woo, breath, pressing down on the hands, pressing down on your shoulders, squeeze your gluteal as you're lifting. So this is the quintessential move for anybody that's rehabbing hamstrings. Let me say, Kathy, I hope you're being able to do this. I hope it's gonna not be too much. Okay, bring that leg in. Take a big breath. Yes. Good. Okay. So we started on that move. One of the next big, I'm not going to say one's more important than the other, big muscle areas to help strengthen for balance. And a lot of people have so many issues with their joints, whether it's osteorheumatoid, whether it's, plantar fasciitis, bursitis. And instead of just doing nothing, I'm going to show you some stuff that can help strengthen your core just in the chair. Okay, a lot of times we get down on the floor and do stuff, but I want to show you some stuff that you can do. And every single time you move something, it counts. It really counts. Okay. And I'm talking to myself too, because sometimes you just get where you don't want to move. Well, do something very simple. And this is a very simple. So what am I going to do? Number one, I'm going to put my pad under my little feet. That's number one. Okay. So I have, I'm very at a very tight 90-degree angle here, right? I don't want to close it down too much. So what am I going to do? I'm going to scoot to the edge of my chair. Got it? Then I'm going to say rib cage up, drop my shoulders. I'm going to lean back until my shoulders touch the back of the chair. And then I'm just going to come forward. Okay. So this is a sit back. It's not a sit up, it's a sit back. Okay, position yourself. If you need to reposition or whatever to do it, and to and here's the thing. If you don't feel something like just like burning, it doesn't mean that it's not working. Okay. So this is designed to help people that are seated to get doing something for their backs and their core. Okay. So I'm scooted here to the front. As I go back, I tuck my chin. I keep my back extended. That's very important here. Now, right now, when your shoulders are right at the back of the chair, poke your tummy. You should be able to feel it braced. Okay? Yes. Take a breath. Now, I'm telling you, this is a great move. You could do this. I mean, I don't know if people are going back to church now, but you could do it sitting there in church. It might help you stay awake. Okay, drop your shoulders. That's supposed to be a joke. All right, ready? So as I go back, I keep my head, my feet on this pillow down. I'm at the end of the chair all the way. I keep my back extended. I go back, I go back, I go back. I hang out down here. 1001, 1002, 1003. I pull forward. Take a breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. I go back. Keep your feet down. Keep your rib cage up. Okay, when you're back there and you're touching, then you're going to come forward, 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 forward. Braced. That's bracing. Huge value in bracing. Okay. Number one, it helps you stand straight. Okay. And it helps you engage your core so that you don't overuse a flexion on your back. Keep your chin tucked. Go right back there to the shoulders. Hang out down here for a second. Go 1, go 2, go 3. Pull, 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 pull. So when you're back on the back of the chair, hang out there for 3 to 5 seconds and just punch like this with your fingertips, okay? So drop your chin, drop your shoulders, stay rib cage up, open at the hip hinge, stay back there, right here, poke, right there, say rib cage up, because if you can't poke the tummy being very braced, I'll guarantee you rounded your back. Hang out, hang out, hang out. Poke. Okay, come back. Come back, come back. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm going to get my little, since I was using this for balance a while ago, I'm going to use it right now. Okay. So here I am. And I'm trying to show you some moves that are going to really help if you do them regularly, which means at least twice a week. I'd love for you to sign a promissory thing to me that says I'm going to do 3 of those moves 3 times a week. Then I would say you're going to see some big improvements then. Here's my bar. I'm going to do the very same thing. I got my feet on my pillow. I'm dropping my shoulders, dropping my chin, right? I'm going to sit way to the edge of my chair, correct? Rib cage up, open the hip, open the hip, open the hip. Really kick in here, kick in here. Here's my bar. I'm going to turn. After I get back all the way open, I keep my tummy tight, and then I turn. And then I turn. I don't do it quick. I stay way open. I'm really poking at my core, my tummy. Okay? Turn. Drop your shoulders. Turn. Drop your shoulders. Turn. Stay rib cage up. Stay open, stay open, stay open. Stay open. Just 2 more, just 2 more. Drop your chin. Drop your chin. It's 1 and 2 and. That was 2. Okay, come forward. Okay. Do you understand? I just really want to impress upon you these moves done in this manner are so beneficial to your core, especially your back extensors, okay? And you don't have to use any weight, you use your own body weight. It's lining yourself up properly. That's what it is, okay? Then we're gonna do just a knee up. See, like that? Okay, when you did this, when you picked your knee up, many of you, you just kind of do it. If you don't think about it, the minute you bring your knee up, you round your back. So we don't want to do that, do we? So what are we going to do? We're going to open back a little, not all the way to the back of the chair, just a little to where you just feel this kick in. You got it? In through the nose, out through the nose. Open, engage, bring that leg up, and you're just going to push out, and you're going to go point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and bring it back down and come back in. So by doing this one leg at a time, doing it in a seated chair where you can go back into like a V situation, and then you bring that leg up, okay? Reach out and do a point flex. Don't turn that knee. You are engaging the key balance muscles, okay? By just doing this and getting to where you can do it a few more repetitions each time. You don't have to, do hundreds, but you need to get to where you can handle 30 at a time, okay? Take a big breath. Yes. In through the nose, out through the nose. We're going to do these 2 more times because I really want you to get a handle on this, all right? So I'm kind of at the edge of the chair, shoulders are down. I'm going to open a little until I feel the contraction of my abdominals. Got it? Then you're going to bring a leg up, not much, and then just reach and do a point flex. And it should be kicking. Yeah, kicking. Yeah, kicking. Yeah. Breath, open, close those hands, open, close those hands, open, close those hands, come back in, lean all the way in. Keep your chin tucked. I don't know if you can see Mac, my dog, but he's right here in front of me. He's very unaffected by the whole thing. Okay, here we go. Open, 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 kick, right here. Lift, here we go. Out, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Keep it up there. Yeah, keep it up there. In through the nose, out through the nose. Breath, 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 and bring it back and bring it back. Yay. Okay, both hands together. Yeah. We're going to go out. We're going to go right here. And here's what I want you to do. You're going to go right there on the inside of the knee. You can either put your feet on the floor or whatever. Don't worry about the pad too much. Your hands are together, right? Drop your shoulders. You're going to come down like a cross chop, and you're going to push onto that knee. See how I'm pushing? Now, this knee that you're pushing on has to push back. And when it pushes back, you create that push-pull contraction in your abdominals, your back, your shoulders, your groin muscles, okay? So push-pull right there. Push-pull hard and release. In through the nose, out through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Try to use your diaphragm. You generally will use your diaphragm anyway if you're breathing in the nose, okay? So here I am. I got like a bat in my hand, and I'm going to go swing it down here to the other leg. So see, I'm a little bit wider with my legs. My back is extended, and I'm going to push and push and pull. I'm pulling through with my arms, pushing against it with my knee. Really push, pull, hard, hard, hard. Push, pull. Knee is pushing against the hands. And release. Come right here to the middle. Okay. Lean in on your elbows. Drop your chin. If you sit down, you're on a bench, whatever, you're resting. You want to rest. So come in from your hip. Don't just slouch and round out your back again to undo everything you just did. Now we're going to do that push-pull scenario with our groin 2 more times on each leg, okay? So here we go. I really want you to get this because you could do this literally anywhere, okay? So I'm going to go back. So if you're in a long plane, train, car ride, just take your little hands. You're sitting there anyway, right? Scoot to the front of the seat, open just a little, and then just push on the inside of your knee. And your knee is pushing back hard. Have you dropped your shoulders? Yes, of course. Everybody said, of course. You little slime balls. You little slugs, right? Because you forgot. That's okay. We like slime balls or slugs. Okay, release. Oh, come to the center. You ready? So you're sitting in a chair. You're sitting in your seat in the car. I don't care where it is, or a bus, or a train, or a plane. Just sitting there. Just open back. All you have to do is scoot your butt forward a little. And then all you have to do is open back, kick these, put your hands together, put it right onto the inside of your leg, right there. Now push back. So you're pushing hard with your shoulders down. Your abdominal muscles are really working, and you're pushing back against that knee. And the knee's pushing back. Keep pushing. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. And release. And come back in. Shake out, shake out, shake out. So let's just say you are on a plane, okay? Some of those flights, I know Kay's coming back is going to be a pretty long flight, you know, at least 5 or 6 hours, I think, at one shot. Anyway, some of these could really help a lot. So before we do the last one on this one, we're going to go back. We'll review. See, I'm just dropping my shoulders. But why? How am I going to make this work? I can't be sitting back to the very back of the seat. I have to scoot myself forward. Got it? In through the nose, out through the nose, rib cage up. Always. Okay? Tight tummy, open. Hold it here for a little bit, then come back forward. So if you could just do that a couple of times, you don't have to do it fast or obnoxious. Just kind of do it. I mean, you can just act like you're picking something up down between your feet and then go back and touch. Got it? So that was what we did. And then we did the whole thing. We went back and then we just turned. See, we're already opened and we turned. We don't turn as we're going back. You go back and then you turn. This is especially important for people with like osteoporosis. If you have degeneration of the spine, you need to move. Desperate to move. Just do it carefully, okay? Thoughtfully. Then we came back up here, and now we're into our push-pulls, right? Take a big breath. Okay, we did our leg up thing too. That's the one I left out. I was reviewing, okay? Where we did this, out, hold, point flex, yeah. Okay, now we're ready. Here we go, last one. I'm gonna act like I'm batting or a golf swing, that'd be fine. Bring it down here, and the back of your hand is against that knee, okay? Rib cage up. Now, push hard as you can with the back of your hands, right there, and push against it with your knee. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Push, push, pull, push, pull. 5, 4, push, pull. 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, get ready. Take a little rest. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to go down here with the back of my hand on that opened up leg there, right on the inside of the knee. Okay, now push against it. Drop your shoulders. Push, pull, push, pull. Push hard, like really hard. Breath, breath. Push hard with the back of your hand, really hard. Breath, breath. And 5, breath. Push, 4, push, 3, push, 2, and 1. Ooh, shake out, shake out, shake out. Okie dokie. Come right on up. Right on up. And we're going to use our little chair. Okie dokie. Right here, we're going to do a very important gentle hyperextension of your back. Okay. So we did a lot of postural stuff as it pertains to balance today. Okay. So I want you to stand with your tummy. Okay. I understand you can make all kinds of jokes here, right? You know, some of us are going to be very close. Some of us are going to be really far if I tell you to just put your tummy on the back of your chair, whatever. Just touch the chair. Okay, you got it. Drop your shoulders. Okay, now I want you to step back. Just see how I just inched my feet back just a very little bit. See that? Okay, I'm still pushing my hip bones toward the chair. I'm not pushing hard. I'm still standing. I use this for balance if I need it. So now I don't want you to tighten in your tummy. I do not want you to tighten your tummy. I want you to release. I want you to release your butt muscles. Okay. You're holding onto your chair. So now you inch your heels, your feet backwards, and then you start to just push forward with your hips, especially. Then you take your hands and just pull them back. Okay. So drop your chin, release your butt muscles, drop your shoulders, and pull your shoulder blades together. Not super hard, just pull them together. Relax as they're in there and you're pushing forward. And this is a great release right through the front part of your hip flexors. Drop your chin, breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, now put your hands here, unfold, and step out. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Woo! Okay. Today was about the muscles involved in balance. And so I hope that you will do this one again and take some moves from it and do it repeatedly. It will help. I promise.